Hi, in this tutorial, we will learn how to create S3 bucket using Terraform. With that, let me get you through creating S3 bucket module in Terraform. So here I'm going to cover like how to create an access key and secret key and how to create a S3 bucket with the help of Terraform modules using IAC, infrastructure as a code, how to run Terraform script in your system. So let me log into my AWS console, and first I will be going to create a new user for S3 access. So this user will be going to have access all full permissions on S3 resources. So creating the bucket, listing the buckets and everything. So let me log in with my ID. So this is my root ID. So generally we don't use the root ID for doing the regular operations. So it is always recommended to have separate user for performing different kind of actions. So let me go to IAM. Then I will be going to create a new user. So here like users section. Yeah, users, click on the users, then add users. Yeah, I'll provide as AWS S3 user. This is the username to log into this AWS console, as well as accessing these APIs, accessing the S3 bucket resources using Terraform. So I don't want to change the password whenever I log in, so I will also uncheck this. I'm setting the default password here. Yeah, I will click on the next so that I can. Now here I want to attach the rules policies. So I want to provide S3 full access. So I'll select the role. This is the role. So I click on the next. Now I want to generate the secret key and secure key. So basically these keys will be used to connect to AWS resources from Terraform. So yeah, let me come here and access keys. Yeah, here I will select local user, and some description. So this is access key and secret access key. So these are the keys that we can use to connect to AWS from the Terraform. Now we have this access key and secret key. Now let's go and create the AWS profile. So this profile is used by the AWS CLI commands that we are going to use in Terraform to connect to the AWS while creating the resources. So here AWS configure --- profile is a command, and give the profile any profile name that you want. Then it will prompt for access key. Copy the access key from the console that it just created now. Yeah, and also secret access key. Then it will ask you for the region that you want to provision your resources. Is US East one. Then it's a default region, and yeah, then it will create profile for you in local. Yeah, now let's create the default. Let's create an IntelliJ project, and we are going to have Terraform scripts in this project. Let me give like name something called AWS underscore S3. Yeah. Let me create a Terraform file, and the main file starts with main.terraform. This is the main file that generally we keep all the resources. And here like first we need to define the providers that we are going to use. So under the Terraform section, like the dependent like whatever the required providers, right, that we need to use. So since we are using AWS, so we said that AWS is the required provider for this module. So and let me provide this source. You can Google this syntax. Yeah, source. Then also version, like maybe we can use 4.0. That is the latest version that we have for AWS resources. Use tilde, then yeah, 4.0. Very good. So yeah, we have defined the required providers. Let's define the providers section here. So these provider sections that we say that we are going to use AWS provider. So Terraform, when we run the commands, right, it will read these providers and it will initialize them. Whenever we run the Terraform init command, it will download these providers plugins and it will keep ready for us. So I am mentioning here region as US East one, and yeah, I'm selecting the profile. You remember we created the profile in the command line, so that is the name that we need to give it here. So this is the same name. Okay. Now we are going to create a S3 bucket. So for that one, we need to have S3 resource in the Terraform registry. Let me Google that registry. So here we will find all the resources available on AWS for this plugin AWS profile. So here now we will going to select this resource. This is the AWS S3 bucket resource. It is going to create that with the name, the bucket name that we mentioned it here. So let me copy this and we can use the same. So you can Google it and you can find these examples in Google. So now you have this AWS S3 resource bucket. It is going to create with that name. So and you can change whatever, like I'm going to change it to Java bytes hyphen some bucket and some random name. So it should be unique across globe. So we have to give some unique name. And I'm going to add some tags just for our identification purpose. So I'm just giving the name as my Java bytes bucket, and then I will mention the environment as dev. So we are good. So yeah, now we have everything ready, like for the Terraform to create the resources. Like let's change the directory to this Terraform directory where we have this main.terraform. Then we will run Terraform init command, so which will initialize the Terraform with the plugins and related to that provider. So since we selected AWS provider, so this will initialize the plugins related to this provider. Once it is successfully initialized, then we need to run the plan command. So the plan command basically will tell you what resources it is going to create or what resources it is going to update or delete. So let's wait for this initialization happens. Yeah, it is done. Yeah, so let's run plan. So Terraform plan. So yeah, this will give you the overall, like what are the resources it is going to create on the AWS. So this is a simple configuration that we need to make in order to create. So it will tell you like what are all resources it is going to create. And if you see, there will be S3 bucket and it will have these policies and tags attached to it. Yeah, all that commands, you can see it here. So the plus symbol represents that it is going to add. And yeah, let us run tfl apply command. So this command will internally run Terraform plan, then it will apply that whatever the plan shows. So let's see in AWS console what we have for S3 buckets. We already have one Java bytes bucket. Okay, I think we are good. So let's run the Terraform plan apply. So this is going to create resources, and it will prompt you for yes, like you need to say yes. Yeah, so now it's prompting for we have to provide a yes, so that it will be going to create this Terraform bucket, the AWS bucket. Now I think we are good. So we'll have bucket created with this name. We can go and verify in the backend. Yeah, in the console. If you refresh, yeah, it is showing this bucket got created. Nice. So we have this S3 bucket created using Terraform. So this is the tutorial, like and also we can verify these ACLs that we applied. So we make it as a private, right? So it will not have public access. And also we can verify the tags that we have added. Let's go to the tag section. Yeah, so here you can see this environment and these tags we have added. That's it for this demo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.